here?
Well, Mrs. Van Winkle is among the living.
I dozed off for a little while. I'm sorry.
Dozed off?
Why don't you come back to bed? I'll make it up to you.
Dozed off for more than a little while. It is no longer last night. It is tomorrow morning, darling.
How could you do that? How could you let me sleep that long? It's light outside, for crying out loud. What if Cece finds out? I'll be out in the streets for good.
About Cece. He'd be here a month, he wouldn't care. He has other things on his mind.
Like what?
Like this. An ad in the Personals, thanking everybody who had anything to do with the museum party, especially a certain Miss Grundy.
Unbelievable. Sophia actually got upstaged.
Yes,
Funny. I might remember anybody named Miss Grundy on the museum board.
No, there is no one named Mrs. Grundy on the museum board. I checked. I think it is a code to somebody very special. Are you with me? Are you anywhere in the vicinity?
Don't tell me you think secret agents are taking over the society page.
I think that this is a message from your ever-loving husband to his daughter, Kelly.
Well, let's hope it works. We're not asking much. All she has to do is see it.
We're going to find a way to contact us at the museum tonight.
Are you sure she's going to know what that means?
Absolutely. When she sees Mrs. Grundy's name, she'll know it's a message or a secret code. I just hope she looks at the newspaper. And if she does, we are asking her to take a terrible risk.
I mean, we're doing everything we can to minimize the risk, but let's face it, with Timmons and his cops hanging all over the place, Kelly won't be able to hide forever. Certainly it is going to be risky. Probably is her, last chance.
Mrs. Grundy?
Listen, my mother gave me this special doll when I was little, and this is what I named it. So this has to be a message from my family telling us to be at the ball tonight.
Now, that's not a bad idea. Never thought of it.
Listen, we've got to figure out some way to answer the message and let them know that we're going to be there.
And figure out some way to forge invitations?
Jeffrey, we're already in. We're in there, look. We don't have to worry about costumes either.
Now, I suggest you guess again, Kelly. Because you aren't going anywhere near that party tonight. In fact, you aren't leaving this room.
Maybe this is a mistake. Maybe I've been being too impatient and selfish.
Selfish, Mama?
Well, I thought that everything would be all right if Kelly could just be with us. But now I'm afraid we're going to put her in too much danger.
Darling, we won't, I promise you. If we see Kelly at the party, we won't do anything obvious. I'll send the man over with a message to get her out of the museum to go to the waiting car. They'll take her to a safe place. She'll wait there until we get the tape back and until the charges are dropped.
You know, the key to making this work is to get her out of there as fast as we can.
Well, of course we will. She'll be in costume anyway, and nobody's going to recognize her. We may not even recognize her at first.
Yeah, that's going to be the problem. I'd feel a whole lot better about this thing if we knew what to expect.
Well, how can we if we don't know what she's wearing?
Well, we can't.
What?
Well, I was just thinking, if we knew what everybody else was wearing, then we could find her by process of elimination, maybe.
Oh, that's perfect. That's the perfect... Darling, listen to me. You have a guest list. You're on the committee, so why don't you call everybody in the guest list and make sure they tell you what they're wearing.
No one will think it's peculiar? I'll tell them that the people who are going to judge the costume meet it, or even the people who are coming in the door.
But do you have that list? Because we should get on it right away.
It's over at the museum, but we can call them and have them messenger over. Good. And don't worry, Mama, between Daddy and Cruz, we have two of the greatest men in the world working on this.
Oh.
Just look at them together. You know what?
What?
It's the best thing that's come out of this whole mess.
Soft you now, the fair Ophelia. Nymph in thy orisons be all my sins remembered.
Good, my lord. How does your honor for this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well.
Well. I get the feeling you're going as Hamlet tonight.
Well, the thought had crossed my mind. I played it once, you know. At a prep school. In English class. You think I'm being too presumptuous?
Well, who am I to judge?
No, you spent a little more time in front of the footlights than I have. Be willing to be seen with me, even though I'm not Laurence Olivier?
Mason, we have been through this before. I am not going with you tonight. You know, normally I would, but the situation would be very awkward. Your family doesn't like me. Now that they know that I'm pregnant, they like me even less. I don't want to come between you and your family, and I'm sure you don't want that either.
What I don't want is for them to come between us.
I never want you to think that I used you or manipulated you.
Manipulated me. Victoria, you can't fool a fooler.
I'm serious. The fact of the matter is that I'm going to have a baby very soon, and I don't think we can ignore that. And I don't think that you can ignore that I'm carrying another man's child.
Mama. Well, good morning, y'all.
A little overdressed for 9 in the morning, Carolyn?
Don't either one of you dare laugh. This Gone with the Wind costume was entirely your father's idea.
I know, but he's right. You look great, huh? Look at this.
Scarlet, eat your heart out.
Well, thank you, and fiddle-dee-dee.
I'm just glad I'm going to be spared Dad's Clark Gable impression.
I wish you'd change your mind, Warren. I'm sure you'd have fun at the party.
Oh, no. Costume parties and ballroom dancing sound like sheer torture to me. Lakers are on TV. I'm home tonight. Have fun.
And I suppose you're going to be just as stubborn. I do wish you'd come.
Oh, you think I'm crazy competing with all of this?
Oh, come on, don't tease.
I mean it. If they're giving out prizes, you'll probably get one.
Oh, heaven forbid. I feel so silly playing a flower to Southern womanhood.
Well, you'll probably be the most beautiful woman at the ball. You've always been beautiful, but I don't think I've ever seen you as beautiful as you are now. Maybe it has something to do with Lionel making you so happy.
Well, it's true. I am happy, and Lionel is a big part of it, but so are you. Yeah, I'm not sure I deserve it, but nothing means more to me than getting a second chance to be your mother.
I don't care. I'm going.
Hey, do you think we're the only ones who can read between the lines of this newspaper? If we walk out into that party, we could be walking straight into a police trap.
All right, fine. You stay here and cower behind the curtains, Jeffrey. Just keep out of my way.
You're not going anywhere. You might as well face
Will
that.
you stop it?
It's for your own good.
No, for your own good, because all you care about getting is your damn bonus.
Well, maybe, just maybe, there's more to it than that.
Oh, really, what?
Now, you've been accusing me of having some secret reason for working for your family. Or maybe you're right.
You mean you're admitting it?
Henry, what are you doing? We're supposed to be at the security drill for the party tonight.
I'm supposed to copy this guest list and rush it over to the Catwells.
Well, you can do that later. The boss wants us upstairs. Well, come on, let's go.
Everybody's always in such a hurry for everything.
Listen, this is the guest list. Only 2 very important names are missing out.
Perhaps they couldn't make it.
No, we're going to make it all right. This is the perfect way to let my parents get the message.
You're bound and determined to go through with this fool idea of yours, aren't you?
Well, hallelujah. If not deaf after all.
Well, that's taken care of. The museum's going to be crawling with security people and police. Kelly shows up, she's going to be behind bars.
Well, can you stop gloating long enough to help me?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Come on. I got to get dressed and get out of here.
Are you worried about CC? Tomorrow morning, he's going to be taking orders, not giving them. We are going to be in control of CC's entire empire. Don't you find that exciting?
What you're doing now isn't bad.
You don't even know what I have in mind.
You're right. Why should I hurry home? We're going to have it all. Give me a graphic description of what you're going to do next.
You better not. I'll give you a demonstration.
Oh, go away! I'm busy! I don't care if you're busy. You see Steve Capital on the show. Well. You seem to be moving, down in the world.
Just back to where I was before your black sheep son stepped into my job.
Well, I'm certainly sure it's more comfortable stacking out here than my wife's motel room.
Sure you're not here to talk about my living arrangements or your charming wife. Must be another reason. Tell me what it is.
Of course. You left your job as corporate counsel very quickly and without severance pay, so I thought, well, I hate to leave accounts unsettled.
Ooh, a blank check.
Yeah, you can fill it in for whatever you think is right, whatever you think is fair.
Well, you sure push a man's integrity. This is tempting.
Well, the only way to overcome a temptation is to yield to it.
Yeah, but you know, there's an old-fashioned law against bribing public officials.
Oh, Mr. Timmons, I was hoping you wouldn't look at it that way.
Oh, Mr. Capwell, not all the money in the world is going to keep you from that museum party tonight when you make contact with your daughter here. So you don't have to stop payment. Next time, send cash!
You will regret this.
You know, it's good to exercise your principles every now and then. Keeps you from getting flabby.
Exercise and flabby. Those two words fit you.
Here, expand your vocabulary for a second. How about, thanks for coming and goodbye?
Let me tell you something. You may have scammed your way into the DA's office temporarily, but I wouldn't count on occupying it too long, if I were you.
Well, that was close. Imagine Cece trying to bribe you. What's even funnier is imagining you turning him down. I can't believe it. I hope I didn't impair your judgment.
Well, the bribery will have to wait. Right now I have bigger fish to catch. And to fry.
You really like it?
Like it? You look ravishing. One of the two most beautiful Southern women I know. Of course, the other one won't do me the honor of coming with us tonight. You're not going to go either?
What, so now I'm a social misfit?
Yeah, I don't know. Takes one to know. Well, come on with me, will you, Caroline? I need some costume consulting from an authentic Southern beauty.
Okay, give me 10 minutes. I'll be right with you. You are going to look so dashing in mutton chops.
Mutton chops? Am I going as a rack of lamb?
No, the whiskers inside.
Oh,
you know, the
the
face on
whiskers.
full apparatus.
They really seem to be having a good time, don't they?
Yeah, they sure do, don't they?
Tell me something. What do you think about it? The two of them.
Well, I guess if Dad's happy, then I'm happy.
So they really have nothing to do with your decision not to go to the party tonight?
No, I'm not into costume parties or dancing or...
Or what?
I don't know. I guess that's the kind of thing I always say when I can't get a date.
Really?
Yeah.
And what do you say when you can?
Victoria, things have been complicated for us by one thing or another ever since the beginning. Everything's been colored by the fact that we're both coming from previous involvements. That's understood.
Mason, if you're trying to convince me that you wouldn't be affected by the fact that I'm having another man's child, I think that's impossible.
No, it's possible. I've been there and I know.
What do you mean?
Do you remember I told you that Mary was pregnant when she died? I also said that the baby was mine. The truth of the matter is, we weren't absolutely sure. My point is that it didn't affect the way I felt about her.
That must have been very difficult for you. But this baby is a different thing.
Victoria, I'm not looking for any guarantees. And I'm not making any promises. I'm not going to force you into something you don't want to do. Believe it or not, I can take no for an answer. I just don't think that's the answer you want to give.
Thanks very much. I'll give it to her.
You're welcome. Here you go.
Bye-bye.
Let me see the
Guest list for the party. Mama!
Let's see. Yeah, let's see here. Well, we better get started.
wow.
That's 3 pages, and we can't make the calls on this tapped phone.
You got the guest list?
Yes, sir,
Yeah,
we do.
yeah.
Daddy, look at this. Penciled in at the end. Mr. and Mrs. Grundy.
Thank God, she saw it.
Oh, I'll be damned. She found a way to let us know.
And she's going to be there tonight.
Yeah, fortunately, Timmons is going to be there, too. Cruz. Nothing can go wrong tonight, because if it does, Kelly's going to be in worse trouble than she ever was.
What the devil are you doing here? I've been waiting since 6 o'clock at the Orient Express.
Oh, one little hour. I think it's probably good for your character.
What happened to you?
Maybe I don't like the way I'm being treated.
Wait a second. You never mind the way you were treated when I was treating you.
Maybe it's just a delayed reaction. And the delay's over.
Oh, you're talking about last night. You're overreacting. I thought we should both be independent. Be best for both of us.
You want to be independent? That's fine. You can have your own independent money and your own independent sex. I'll tell you what, Keith, I think you should learn to love yourself. Because I doubt that anybody else is going to take it on as a hands-on occupation.
That's disgusting. Listen, I was just freeing you up for your deal with CC, that's all.
Oh, please, you don't think about me. All you think about is yourself and your precious career. And one threat from CC and you're ready to drop me flat. I can't believe I ever thought about marrying you, about having some kind of permanent relationship with you.
I don't think you were that close to going through with it.
You're right. But I'll tell you what I am close to going through with, and that's getting rid of you. I have had it with you and all your wacko ideas and your sicko hallucinations about corporate takeovers while you're lying in bed. I'll tell you what. I could use a lot less talk and a little more action in that area.
Oh, you want to hear something? You want to tell you something?
It was scary.
No, you know something? You weren't worth the cost of all the dinners and all the booze. Not in the best of days or nights.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, another quiet evening of parlor games by the Marquis de Sade. I do hope I'm interrupting something cataclysmic.
No, actually, we were just arguing a little point of law.
What the hell are you doing in my house again? What the hell are you doing here?
We're just a little pest controlling night crawlers.
You're just in time. Gina and Keith were going to reveal the secret of maintaining a harmonious, round-the-clock, and, of course, platonic relationship.
I could catch the two of you in anything, I swear.
Me? Keith? The thought of it turns my stomach. As a matter of fact, Keith was just leaving, weren't you? Cece, I'm so glad you're home. I was just about to go upstairs and change. Be ready to go in half an hour.
Good, because I'm leaving in 10 minutes.
What are you talking about? You can't do that.
Oh, yes, I can do that. So why don't you just happen to go stag all by yourself? That's where you belong anyway, all by yourself.
You're doing this just to embarrass me in front
get
of
the
my
hell
friends.
upstairs and get yourself ready, because it'll take you all day anyway. You get the hell out!
Oh, I'll see you all tonight, tomorrow morning at Kelly's arraignment.
Eden, I'm home. Eden?
Okay.
How did you do at the museum?
Oh, they went great. We got somebody covering all the entrances, and they're going to have scorecards, because you can't tell the players without a scorecard. Oh, woof.
Whoop, that's all you have to say?
After I got done making the phone calls, I realized we can't go to a costume ball without costumes. So I decided to pick this up. You gonna make some more calls to tell them about our descriptions of our costumes?
Well, who are you supposed to be?
Kate, Taming of the Shrew. And you, my dear, are going to be Petruchio.
Petruchio, yeah. Oh, yeah. Is he that guy with the nose that always drew? No, seriously. I've always wanted to have an... What does that involve? I have to wear a suit?
Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but it'll be easier to get into than this.
I don't see you as a shrew, you know.
Well, that's because you've tamed me.
I don't see you as tamed either. Who's taming who around here, pal?
Oh, when it tame you. I've been on good behavior, haven't I,
Yeah, pretty good, I guess.
Well, I guess I'm just not used to being here with you.
That's good. I get to see you get overconfident right away.
Oh, hey, I know my position, and I will not abuse it.
Well, you know, we still have an hour until the party starts. Is this dress really so hard to get into?
Hard, but not impossible.
In that case, come on and kiss me, Kate.
We better start getting dressed pretty soon. You know, you haven't said hardly 2 words all afternoon.
Not much of a talker, I guess.
No, ha-ha. I suppose that's the reason you haven't let me go ahead with my plan.
But what's the use? Talking sense to you is a waste of time.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Well, listen, Jeffrey, I don't mind, because once all this works out, you're going to owe me a big apology. Jeffrey, don't you want to put an end to all this hiding and being chased all the time?
Believe me, there's nothing in the world I want more. But it can't happen. Not yet.
What do you mean?
Okay. I guess now's as good a time as any to break this to you. By the time that costume party starts, you and I are going to be long gone from here.
Says who? Oh, no. No way.
You do what you have to do. Just keep me out of it.
Yes, that's exactly what I ought to do, is leave you here and let you find out for yourself. But you walk into that ball, it's the first step on the road to a cell block. Now, luckily enough for you, I'm not going to let that happen, so we're leaving. And you can try and put up a fight if you want to, but I'm going to win. So, why don't you just pack your things while I check out the window in the bathroom? Should be big enough for us to call through.
What did Keith mean? Kelly's arraignment tomorrow morning.
Never mind about that. What will happen to Kelly now is in better hands. What I would like to know is what you plan to do about your other sister.
Eden? Well, we're not feuding anymore. We haven't for months.
Do you have any idea what she's going to feel if she finds out that Victoria Lane is carrying Cruz's baby? Do you?
Number one, Dad, you don't know who the father is. And number two, there's no reason Eden should ever find out.
You are a fool if you believe that. This is a very small town. How do you expect to keep a secret here? The only solution is to get Victoria Lane out of Santa Barbara.
Getting rid of Victoria isn't the answer.
Oh, really? Tell me what is, Mason.
I'm surprised you didn't learn more in your years of manipulating people.
Let me tell you what I've learned. I have learned never to count on you when needed most.
Sissy.
And are you planning to ruin your other sister's life, too, now? Is that what you're planning on doing? Don't you say a word to me! Damn it, I'm furious!
Why?
Because of Victoria, that's why. Victoria Lane, he knows damn well it's Cruz's baby, and he won't admit it.
Well, Sissy, I think that is very strange, too. But I'm going to tell you something. If it were Mason's child, he probably would have proposed to her by now. And I'm going to tell you something else. You are too harsh on him. You have always been too harsh on him.
What did you say?
I said you're too harsh on him.
Never mind. Do you mind going to the museum party alone?
Well, of course I mind going alone. No one feels like a costume ball tonight, but you better be there with me.
Yeah, darling, I will. I'd wear sackcloth and ashes if I could to help Kelly. I promise I would, but I mean, I will meet you there afterward. Do you mind if I do that?
Hey.
I want to go talk to my lawyer. You'll be glad I did.
Cruz! What are you doing? Are you in costume yet?
Yeah.
Well, then, let's go. What are we waiting for?
Even I can't go anywhere like this.
Well, why not? You look beautiful.
Beautiful. That's it. That settles it. I'm not leaving this room.
Oh, don't be a baby. It was just a figure of speech.
I feel like an absolute fool.
Well, you're not a fool. You look very dashing. You
think so?
Definitely look like a born Renaissance man.
You think Oh, you're full of it. You're full of it.
I am not. Really, you have great legs for pantaloons. You really do. Methinks you were born to dance the saraband.
Is that what you thinks?
Mm-hmm.
Well, me thinks I was born to dance anything but.
Whatever it is, I think we should still have a good time.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have a good time, I can tell. You look really beautiful, babe.
Thank you.
What's the matter?
Oh, I just worry about Kelly. I want everything to go all right.
Well, we've taken every precaution. I mean, all we can do now is hope for the best. But I think you're right about having a good time.
But what?
Well, if Keith doesn't believe we're having fun, he's going to be all the more suspicious. It's important that we don't look like we're just going through the motions while we wait for Kelly to show up.
Well, then, Petruchio, let the revelry begin.
Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio. Fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent...
Hold it. How did you get in here?
Landlady thinks we're rehearsing a play. She thinks you're very glamorous and bohemian. Well, what sayest thou? Does it become me?
Oh, yes. You look very handsome. Although I must say you've spoiled my entrance. I had just about had all my rosemary and fennel and columbine all put together.
You're going to come as Ophelia?
Well, I still am if you don't think I'm going to upstage you.
Oh, I couldn't be happier. You played it before, huh?
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed to redeliver. I pray you now receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My honored lord, you know right well you did. And with them words of so sweet breath composed as made the things more rich. Their perfume lost, take these again. For to the noble mind, rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind.
I did love you once.
Oh, you're skipping.
I'm an amateur. I'm allowed a lousy memory. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I myself am indifferent on this, but I could accuse me of such things that it were better my mother had not borne me. I'm very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offenses at my beck than I have thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape, or time to act them in.
You know, the problem with this play is that Hamlet's got all the lines.
Yeah, he was kind of down on himself, wasn't he? Well, he didn't have shrinks in those days.
You know, it's not just Hamlet. You've got all the good lines in real life, too.
Can you keep a secret? I have a team of elves working 6 days a week that keep me supplied with them.
How good of you to give them a day off.
Not on your life. On Sundays, they check punctuation and grammar. I'm glad you decided to come with me. For what it's worth, you've made one melancholy Dane very happy.
Go on.
Well, I have 2 security men covering each and every possible entrance to the museum, and I personally gave them the idea of who to look for and who wouldn't be there.
Good.
Excuse me, ma'am.
What is it?
About your dress? You don't seem to have one on.
Don't worry about it. It's just a costume.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to explain that to this police officer here.
Now, what are you impressed upon these guys? Keep on the lookout every minute. I mean, Cece's got to have something up his sleeve. He wouldn't have given up that easy. Is there anything unusual happen at the museum? Anything at all?
No. The only thing, Mrs. Amonte did request a copy of the guest list sent over to Capwell.
I'm telling you, I'm going to a party as Lady Godiva, that's all.
And I'm telling you that no lady runs around dressed like this. I've booked hookers that are wearing more clothes than you've got on.
Do you know who you're talking to?
I know. Lady Godiva. We'll get your rap sheet once I get you down to headquarters.
What the hell is Cece up to? Look, get over to the museum. I'll be over there as soon as I can.
All right.
Look, if you so much as lay a finger on me, I'll take it off at the wrist.
What seems to be the trouble, officer?
This moron is trying to arrest me for indecent exposure.
I think she's decently exposed.
Are you a friend of Miss Godiva's?
I don't know. I've never seen her before in my life. I think she ought to be arrested.
If you want me to add resisting arrest, you just keep it up.
Just a minute, officer. Why in the world should I help you? An hour ago, you almost dislocated my jaw.
You're not going to hold that little love tap against me, are you? Besides, you hit me back.
Not hard enough, apparently. Here you are out, but not down.
You know, I'm the one that should be mad. But am I? No, not even a little bit. I thought it was kind of exciting. It was real passion.
That's perverse.
I know. You did get a limo for this big event at the museum, did you? Probably had a nice big back seat. Now, wouldn't you just love to stretch out in it on the way over there?
Hang on, I'll be right back. Officer, you know, I think I can take care of this little misunderstanding. I'm the district attorney. I think I can handle this personally.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Why not?
Because I'm going to take her downtown and book her. Mr. Capwell, sir, she's assaulted an officer.
You're a little behind the times. Keith Timmons.
I thought Timmons was that crook that got booted out of office. And just in time, the way I hear the story.
Show me your badge. Show me your badge! Thank you. Won't be needing this anymore. You're fired!
Hey, come on, let's wait a minute.
Come on,
You can't do that.
Come on. Oh, forget it. Come on. That's how these figures out the after Mason. Keep the backstage war!
I gotta tell you, I really like your costume. It's a lot better than this one. You know, I always have trouble coming up with original ideas.
Oh, no, I think it's very clever what you have. Listen, I think I see someone I know over there. Excuse me. When does the dancing start?
We could start now if you don't mind being the only couple on the floor.
Well, normally I would mind, but tonight is different. Tonight, frankly, I don't give a damn.
Hey, listen, Scarlett. That's my line.
There aren't as many people here as I thought there'd be. What time is it?
Oh, it's only about 9 o'clock. We're unfashionably early. It'll start to fill up pretty soon. Before it does, why don't I see if I can get us something to drink?
Or not
to drink. That is the question.
Something non-alcoholic, please.
You'll be all right until I get back.
Yes, I'm going to try to figure out who's behind all these masks.
Hold him. He'll give you somebody to talk to.
Thank you.
I'll be right back.
Hey, you know, the gold stuff, the inside of this thing you got me, is it making my skin fall off. It itches terrible.
Stop complaining, Harold.
Well,
Your little friend should
thanks.
make you happy.
This is ridiculous.
Now, look, listen. I have asked around and I have looked around, and no one has seen Kelly other than her.
I know. She's all the people that are here are accounted for. She's not here. I think that's just it.
This is wonderful and everything, but I can't relax and enjoy it.
Well, now listen, you need help relaxing. You came to the right place. So let me show you.
No,
come on.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hi.
Looks like this is going to be an interesting evening.
I hope so.
I'm John Tesh.
You're John Tesh.
Yeah, entertainment tonight. We're going to be here taping some of the festivities.
Well, nice to meet you, man. Listen, enjoy your work on the Tour de France. Have a ball.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right. Have a ball. It's a joke. Wait a minute.
Man, Mr. Capwell. It's not every father who has a daughter who's so beautiful. Talented, too. Not every father who can be so rude, either. Well, that's quite some costume you picked.
Thank you. Too bad you didn't decide to come as my father's ghost.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now I agree with you. I think Victoria Lane leaving town is not the solution.
I'm glad you finally decided to see the wisdom of my ways.
However, it is still going to be up to you to ensure Eden's happiness.
How am I supposed to do that?
It's quite easy. You marry Victoria Lane. You claim her child as your own. I'll make it worth your while. The child is a boy. You claim him as your own, and you will inherit, or he will inherit, the lion's share of the Capwell fortune as dictated by my father's will.
Good, they're already dancing. Let's go show them how it's done.
I'll check with my man first.
That's the kind of night it's going to be.
You found out.
Well, so far there's only one person no one seems to know.
Excuse me. May I have this dance?
How's this?
Hello.
What do you think, huh?
Great. What are you supposed to be?
Just a garden variety bomb.
Oh,
Not very good, is it? What have you got there?
found it upstairs. It's either a Tarzan costume or some kind of tribal New Guinea ceremonial thing Dad brought back. Either way, I don't think it looks much like me.
My witch doctor. Don't you think it's cute?
Yeah, maybe a little too cute to wear in public. I don't know. These last-minute costumes don't cut it.
You don't seem very enthusiastic about the whole thing.
Nope. I'm really not. Hey, listen, would you mind if we skipped the party and maybe stayed home? Watched a movie? Lit a fire?
Oh, that sounds great.
Huh? I wouldn't want to ruin your evening.
Oh, no, you're not. We're late anyway, and I'm just not that crazy about being in crowds. I deal with people much better in one-on-one situations.
Yeah, so do I. Wish for someone like you. May I have this dance, milady?
If I were prone to drama, I'd say the devil had just come up and offered to buy my soul.
Eden's happy, Mason. I want to keep her that way. You obviously have something resembling romantic feelings towards Miss Lane, don't you?
Oh, I'm sure my best interests are uppermost in your mind.
Then I should think you'd be happy I didn't make up my mind to drive her out of town. Now, you don't have to make up your mind right now. You can think about it. You think about the money, especially. I seem to remember a time in your life that you said to me, if you had enough money and power, you could say, to hell, the whole world. You got a shot at it now, sonny boy.
When I said the whole world, I meant you in particular. I still feel that way.
Fine, Mason. I'm giving you the opportunity to turn on me. You better take advantage of it because you won't get an opportunity to do it again.
You'd really do all that for Eden?
For you. Indirectly.
Nah, you're not doing it for me, Dad. You're doing it to me.
Think about it, Mason, any way you like, but you think about it. We'll talk again.
Relax and enjoy the music. We'll get to know each other once we dance.
I've been looking for you everywhere.
What?
Kelly's here. George and I missed you.
I'm sorry I was, detained at the punch bowl.
Who were you talking with?
One of the devil's advocates.
Oh, I'd love to see that costume.
It wasn't a costume, it was an attitude.
What's wrong? I know you well enough to know when you're upset.
You don't know me as well as you think, Victoria. Sometimes I'm not sure I know myself. Or what I'm capable of.
Get down to basics. Now what's under that mask?
Capwell, grab her! There's over there in a kabuki costume! Over here!
Stay tuned. Coming up is your chance to win cash on Channel 2's Watch Magnum and Win 2. When we ask you the Magnum trivia question, be the correct caller with the correct answer and win $200. Channel 2's Watch Magnum and Win 2. Next.